Hey guys. So happy new year to everyone on the planet, all of my subscribers, all of my followers, all of my leads, everybody on my list. Happy new year. So we are 5 days. Remember, we was 5 days before January 1st. Now we're 5 days after. So we got 365 days left. January 2020 is around the corner. Okay. No, December 2020 is around the corner. And people have already started 2020 off wrong. They said 5 days before 2020 that 2020 is going to be theirs. They're going to do everything they need to do. They're going to move forward. They're going to start a business. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And 5 days later, they still doing nothing. So when people say that my life is going to change because it's 2020 and they don't do any action, your life is still going to be the same in 2020. Here's what we all need to understand. That we need to be solution-based. We need to be solution-based. Okay? We need to be solution-based. Not problem-based. Because we got enough problems. We need to be solution-based. What does that mean, Tanisha? Meaning that we need to be a part of the solution. The problem is the world is changing. The problem is people don't have enough money at the end of the month. The problem is, right, too many people are chasing their tail. Problem is too many people are employees. Problem is people are dependent upon Social Security, Medicaid, Medicare, welfare, all the government programs, 401ks, IRAs, whatever. Those are problems. And if you are not trying to help people solve these problems, you are part of the problem yourself. So I'm solution-based. I like solutions. Right? I like to be able to help people get a solution to their problem. Most people lack cash flow, so you need cash flow, right? Most people lack confidence, so you need confidence, right? Most people lack the skill set, so you need the skill set, right? So we as a people, we need to be solution-based. So if I know 401k is a problem, why is it a problem? Because people can't retire on the age or the date they supposed to. If you're supposed to retire at age 67, you're not retiring until 80. So that means your 401k ain't working. Your IRA ain't working. Your pension is not working. These things are not working. So how can we be a part of the solution to help people? And the only way, friends, that we can be a part of the solution is if we create and have our own, and not just, okay, and not just any business. All right. See, people think, oh, I could just join any business and I'm going to do well. No, a business that's a need, that's solving problems. People don't have money. 401k is done. People pensions is being cut in half. People are retiring at 80. People's health is all fucked up. Right? People's mindset is all fucked up. People are hurt. People are walking around with anxiety. People have no motivation. They lack motivation. They don't want to do anything. All people want to do is pop pills and pray that everything works. So we need to be a part of a business or start a business that is a needs-based business. Selling t-shirts is cool. Selling wigs is cool. Selling shades is cool. Selling leggings is cool. But how does that solve a problem? And I'm talking about Black people. How does that solve our problem of being 451 years, because it's 2020 now, we are 451 years behind every culture? What does that mean, Tanisha? Financially, we are at the bottom of the totem. Starting businesses, we are at the bottom of the totem. Gaining wealth or having access to wealth, we are at the bottom. Now, there's people like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Meek Mills, Les Brown. You got the people that's up there, but it's only a tiny bit. What about the average, ordinary people like me and you? We need a business, or we need to start a business that's solving people's problems. Okay? Solving people's problems. Because here's the thing. If we have a business that solves problems, solves issues, we'll never be out of business. It'll never get saturated because we're in a needs-based business. So let's say finances. People need to get their finances in order. 68 million people got bad credit. There's 10,000 people a day turning 65. There's millions of people trying to retire right now. There's millions of baby boomers trying to retire. There's millions of millennials right now confused, don't know what they want to do. So if you have a business that helps them understand credit, helps them understand finance, help them understand retirement, help them understand investing, help them understand savings, and help them understand business, now you can empower someone to solving their own problem. 1 in 105 Black people have a business. 1 in 2 Jewish people have a business. 1 in 56 Latinos have a business, and 1 in 8 Chinese have a business. Google it. Black folks are at the bottom. And in order for Black people to rise up, people say, oh, we need to support each other. That's how we're going to rise up. In order for Black people to rise up, guys, we have to create our own. It's the only way. You can't get rich on your job. You can't get wealthy on your job. You can't save your way to riches. You can't save your way to wealth. You can't hand your job down to your kids when you die. So we got to get in the solution-based mindset of I need to help people solve problems. I need to help people solve their problem. I need to help people solve their problems. Money is up there with air. So we help people get better at money management, having access to money, having access to wealth. Then you feel better. You sleep better. You look better. You attract better people in your life. But when you don't have money, you're bitter, you're upset, you always have anxiety, you don't know what's next, right? You're always feeling down and out, you're feeling depressed because you don't have money. But if you have money, you feel like a whole new woman. You feel like a whole new man, right? I can remember when I was broke. I didn't even have $20. My daughter had a trip. I remember it clearly like it was yesterday. My daughter had a trip that was $20 and I couldn't even pay $20 for the fucking trip. $20. I had anxiety. I had my car insurance. That needed to be paid. Half the time I couldn't pay it. I had my license that needed to be renewed. It was like $100 and something. I couldn't even pay it. Student loan, I kept having to defer it. Couldn't pay it. Credit cards, couldn't pay them off. Anxiety was building up. And when you're broke and it's too much month at the end of the money, guess what? Your heart starts to work overtime. This is how people end up having heart attacks. This is how people have anxiety attacks. This is why people end up resorting to drugs and pills and overdosing and becoming alcoholics or becoming abusers because they are not at ease. And money will help millions of people be at ease if you know I got access to 20 grand. I got access to 30 grand. I got my business that's growing. I got my business that's thriving. I'm helping people win. I'm helping people understand money. I'm helping people get in position. You feel better. So if you're interested in being a part of the solution, then you need to start a business that solves problems. A lot of people start businesses and they struggle. I want to start a lash business. Baby, I can go to, and that's what I told my daughter, I can go to the daggone beauty supply store and get some $2 lashes. Why I'm paying you $20 when they got it for $2? See, a lash business is not a need business. A hair business is not a need business. A bike business is not a needs business, especially for Black people. They think, oh, I need my hair done. Your hair doesn't bring you any money. Oh, I need my lashes done. Your lashes don't bring you any money. People need to get their finances in order. And once you put finances in people's hands, or once you allow people to have access to money, the economy moves different. The economy moves slower. People feel better. People are not going to the hospital to get doctor's notes so they won't go to work. People not calling out sick every time you turn around. People not quitting their jobs left and right. People not robbing people. People not stealing from people, right? People not creating domestic violence in their families or in their households because you feel better. You getting money. Trust. You feel different. Me and my husband used to argue all the time. I was making $300 a week on unemployment for 2 years. We used to argue all the time because he was the only one bringing in real money. So our energies and our chemistries were off because I'm operating in lack because I ain't got no money. And then he's operating out of fear because it's like, well, damn, if she ain't got no money, I'm the one that got to pay all these fucking bills. And that's frustrating to a man. Now, of course, a man is a provider, but a man want to also know, baby, if I lose my job, baby, if I fall off, can you pick me up? And I couldn't do that at one point. So it was always the clashing of the heads, the clashing. When I started getting money, creating my own, arguing with my husband was like, that's stupid. Because we always argued about money. Now we're not arguing about money. Yeah, we still argue, but not like we used to. Because if I feel like an argument coming, I'll leave. I'll go take myself to the spa or something. Right? Or I'll go get my nails done or something. Right? So business that is a solution-based, you will never be out of business. A recession, friends, is coming. A recession, my friends, is coming. A recession, my friends, is coming. And if you are not in position to be able to be recession-proof, you are part of the problem. If you are not in a position to be recession-proof, you are a part of the problem. So in 2020, today's January 5th, focus on finding problems that you can solve. because you'll never be out of business. There's no competition. You know how much problems is in the world? You know how much problems is in the world? A lot. Find 1, 2, or 3 problems. Get good at providing the solution for that problem. And you'll never be broke another day in your life. So don't worry about the lash business. Don't worry about the hair business, even though I like my wigs and shit, and I damn sure spend a lot of money on this shit. But this is not a need. I could take this wig the fuck off and I'll be fine. This is not a need. Right? And this is what we need to focus on, guys. As black people, man, I'm all for my black people because I understand, I get it. I'm having wealth talk at my house today. I got my grandmothers coming, my grandfather, my aunt, my uncle, my dad, my mom. I got them coming, and I'm going to give them the game on how I made $250,000 last year from home while they going to work every day, working hard for 40 grand, $50,000. That ain't the move, man. Not in 2020. Multiple income streams is the move in 2020. I'm not praying for a raise. I'm not praying for a refund. I'm just going to continue to help more people solve their problems, move forward, become better. Okay? I'm helping more people solve problems, become better, and move forward. Period. Period. We're working on February 9th, and we still love to have you as a guest. And someone just invited me to come to their podcast. We are working on our February lineup, and we would love to have you as our special guest to inspire and motivate our women. Let's solve problems in 2020. Let's not be a part of the problem. I posted on Instagram. So if you're not on my Instagram, follow me, Coach Tanisha Marie on Instagram. So I posted 1 in 5 blacks have a business. 105 blacks have a business. This is terrible. We should want to have our own business and create our own income. Blacks are at the bottom and we need to rise up. Because Meek Mill said, it's easier to make millions in this day and age than it has ever been. The rich is getting richer. The poor is getting poorer. We need to find our niche and get rich. No more excuses. 1 in 8 Chinese have a biz. 1 in 2 Jews have a biz. 1 in 56 Latinos have a biz. Black people need to start a business. Stop depending on welfare and stop depending on jobs. Stop depending on Section 8. Stop depending on food stamps. Because you cannot grow that way. The government, Trump already said this year they cutting 3 million Americans off of food stamps. So I don't know if that's you. I don't know if that's your daughter. I don't know if that's, some of your people you may know. But guess what? I know some people that's on food stamps and they gonna get to cut the fuck off. Then guess what? Create your own. Create your own. Solve other people's problems. A big problem in America is that people are overworked, underpaid. But they only got 1 income. You need at least 3 incomes to just survive. If you're making anything under $100,000, you're in poverty according to American standards. You need at least $250,000 a year or over $200,000 to even be trying to survive. And then you need at least 500 grand to be thriving according to America's standards. So you make under 100,000, you in poverty. Sounds crazy. It's the craziest thing, but it's true. $500,000 to live comfortably. Under 100,000, you in poverty. In America, the wealthiest country on the planet. And I make under 100 grand, I'm struggling. Because the more you make, the more they take. Especially if you're not a business owner. If you're an employee, you make 100 grand, they taking 40. You're an employee, you making 50 grand, they taking 20. You employee making millions of dollars at your job, they taking 40% of it. They taking half your money. They taking 400 grand from you. You can't get ahead like that. You can't win. You need your own business, guys. So we need to start a needs-based business. Forget all the hair and nails and stuff. What is the real problem in the Black community that you can solve that you'll never be out of business? That'll always be a problem. Helping people consolidate their student loan. That's a problem that needs to be solved. Helping families come together. That's a problem that needs to be solved. Right? Helping people understand money. That's a problem that needs to be solved. Right? I'm working on my first physical book now. If you haven't joined my company, go to jointanishamarie.com. Pay your $50. Join and start being a part of the solution. And if you haven't read my ebook, right, then I'll put the link below for my ebook. But again, friends, 2020, start a needs-based business that will thrive. And then you can hand down that to your children. And you can teach your children about money. You could teach your children about credit. You could teach your children about finance. You could teach your children, and it hands down from generation to generation to generation to generation to generation to generation to generation. Who's this? It's time to build Black wealth. And now is the time. Join TanishaMarie.com and read and download my ebook. And I'll see you guys at the top. Because the bottom is just too crowded.